I told Twitch. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. I will be your host this afternoon, Mr. Rex Kublakhan. We left off earlier in after harvesting and doing some fertilizing. As you can see, it's now raining in the game. That's awesome. We do have some work to do. We need to do some planting, need to do some cultivating. We got the grass taken care of. We got all the crops up. We do need to do some planting, so let's jump right into it here. Welcome, Miss LadyBear. Thank you for the bear hugs. Bear hugs right back at you. Welcome to the stream, Miss LadyBear. Like I said, we'll jump right into it here. We were here earlier on stream, harvested the crops, got them all put away, sold. We fertilized. We're going back now and doing the cultivating, getting ready to plant something back in these fields. That will be the goal today or tonight, to get the crops planted. Hopefully it stops raining. And I really feel like MDT should be on the server since it is raining, but for right now it's just me. Normally you couldn't do this in the rain, it'd be a muddy mess, but hey, you know, let's get dirty. Got the GPS mod going. We'll lift their plow or disc. Make her turn here. Got some interesting things to show you all in a few minutes once we get this done. We added a couple mods to the server between the stream and now. So I am very interested to show those off. These were suggested by MDT, quality and life improvements. So we'll take a look at those. They have been added to the server, so if you are wanting to join the server, if you're a bear and you want to join the server, you will need to download those. They are linked in the farming channel, so it should be easy to find. I tagged, I think, pretty much everyone that regularly gets on the server, but if I did miss you, I do apologize. We're starting off here and I've already screwed up, and I'll show you why. You see that I'm missing a strip here on the left. And what I did was when I attached the cultivator, I did not account for the working width in my GPS mod. So when I get to the end of this row, I will make the turn and come back. Now, to adjust the working width, I do Alt Control W, and the next time that I will go down a row, it should even out. You do see that here that I missed a couple of, it wasn't wide enough, so let's just go down this row here. We'll make it nice and neat. This isn't exactly necessary, but again, a little OCD on my part. I want the field to be completely cultivated before I plan on it. So the two mods we added were one was a baler with a windrower attached to increase the working width of it, and another was a forge wagon with also rakes on it to increase the width at which it'll pull straw or hay or whatever. And like I said, I will buy one of each of those things and show you what they look like. Unfortunately, I have neither of those crops planted right now to harvest to demonstrate, but we may fudge a little bit, increase time, do some sleeping, and get a crop to harvest before the stream is over with, just to show what those actually do. We'll make this turn here, pick this, get this row completely done. I am going to need fuel in this tractor before long. Hopefully I have enough to I'll finish this field at least, and then go refuel. If you're watching the stream earlier, we had corn in the field to my left, oats in this field here. We harvested both. The grass that was in the field over there we harvested, and the grass to the south, along with the sorghum and soybeans. So all the things that we had planted, we harvested, put away, or put into production facilities, or sold outright. So there is absolutely nothing to harvest on the farm at the moment. So we've got a clean slate. We've got a blank slate here. Saul, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the hype. We have an empty canvas to play with, so we can plant whatever we like, wherever we like. It's just a matter of getting the seeds in the planter and all the. So we'll line up with this second row here, or this next row. And that should take care of any missed spots that we may have. I have adjusted the working width of the tool. Hello, how are you doing, Saul? Thanks for dropping in, hanging out. Doing a little farming here, late afternoon on Wednesday. This is Farm Sim 22, Jay. LadyBear Farms was on 19 for a long time. 22 was released. We kind of held on to 19 for a little while. 22 had been released for a few months, and then we switched. So yes, this is the updated version. This is Farm Sim 22. You can see how the cultivator is now lined up with the last row here. No, it's not. Why isn't it lined up? Maybe I wasn't lined up. How about that? It's always user error. If you hang around my streams long enough, you will see it is always going to be my fault. The machinery does what it's supposed to. The mods do what they're supposed to. Rex doesn't always do what he's supposed to. I don't do the blame game here. It is solely on my shoulders. It is always my fault. Ask anyone in the Bear's Den. The subject cannot even, pertain to me, and it's my fault. But that's just the way it is. Looks like it's coming a flood here in the Pac Northwest. It doesn't rain nearly as much as I thought it would on this map, but it does rain quite often, and it does snow quite often when it gets the seasons for that. So we'll make our right turn here. Okay, now it should be lined up. And there we go. Perfect. So with the GPS mod, which is in the VCA mod, the vehicle control add-on, you adjust the working width with a key combination of Alt Control W. And if you don't do that, but you enable GPS, but don't account for the width of the implement you're using, you'll miss strips in your field. So. Let's get into the tractor. How's the sounds? I haven't asked that for a couple of streams. Is it loud enough for everybody? LadyBear, that's not a question for you. That's a question for everybody else. Because you would gladly play this game with no sounds, I know. Now, if they are a little low, I can bump them up some. I think I'm only at like 30% or something. Awesome. Thank you, Saul. Do your left turn here. Oh yeah, we're good. It's hard to get those levels correctly. In my ears, it's low. The tractor sound is low. But at the same time, I'm watching the stream, but I have myself turned down on the stream. So I can't hear anything that you're hearing through the stream. So I can hear the engine, it's low. Which is fine with me because I keep them low anyway. Normally I have something going on the second monitor anyway, a movie, some kind of YouTube video, music. Thank you for the lurk, LadyBear. I do need to add a command for that. I keep forgetting. I do need to add a lurk command. So far you're the only one that's ever used it, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't add one. I do need to add a lurk command. I should be making notes about stuff that needs to be added. And that's one of them. I want to add several other commands as well. So the stream is a work in progress. So if you're, dropping by for the second or third time, it's appreciated. It will get better as time goes on, I promise. The things will be added. Things will get polished. It will be a lot better and presentable to everyone. More entertainment, obviously. So I actually never thought I'd be doing this. I am not a talker by any stretch of the imagination, so I am a very much quiet, laid-back kind of person, so streaming and maybe not constant talking, but talking more than normal is out of my comfort level. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But we're having fun, and that's all that matters. I enjoy playing Farm Sim 22. I did, Jay. I did. Thank you very much. That was much, much appreciated. Um, the routes and the cargo has been posted in the Weekly Convoys channel. So what Jay is reminding me of, and I asked him to do this during the last Friday Night Convoy, this past Friday, was to remind me during the week that we had decided to use step decks for this upcoming convoy on Friday night. And he did that. He did remind me, and like I said, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. This Friday's convoy has been posted in the channel, and we are using step decks. Step decks aren't anything special. Anything that'll go on a flatbed normally will go on a step deck. That being said, I think MDT, I believe it might have been Frosty, said that he did not see the plows cargo for the step deck. So, that may not be available, but for the most part, anything that'll go on a flatbed will go on a flat step deck. Sorry. That has been posted. We are starting in Denver, I believe, and going to Las Vegas, and then Las Vegas up to Spokane to Bellingham. There is a fourth run posted going from Bellingham up into Canada. So you will need Pro Mods Canada. Can't remember what version it is, but it is a free download. You will need all the DLC, map DLC, to get Pro Mods Canada as well. And that will be this Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. There is a link there for a what time is it for you. TC's joining the server. Nice. Go ahead and fill that up. As I started to say, there is a link there in the post Weekly Convoys channel to figure out what time that is for you at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Central Daylight Time. Let's get out, repair the tractor, the cultivator. Try to get close enough to the fuel tank to refuel. There we go. I need to get closer to the trigger. Everyone is welcome to attend the convoy every Friday. Feel free to jump in. Normally they are on the Tempe arcade server. Every now and then we'll do a simulation server convoy, but everyone is always welcome to join us, whether you're in LadyBear Trucking or not. Um, we invite guests all the time. We love driving with other people. Don't feel like you need to do all 3 runs or all 4 runs. If you have limited time and can only do one, that's fine. Jump in, when you can. You don't need to be there when it starts either. If you just get home, just get done doing whatever, finishing your dinner, and you decide you want to drive, and we're halfway through the second run, meet us at the end of the second, pick up the third, and go with us. Like I said, we are always happy to drive with anyone. For the last 2 weeks, I have. Sorry.
What are you working on there?
I am working on. I've got to plant something. I don't know what I'm going to plant yet, but it'll be something.
Evidently.
For the past 2 weeks, it's been me doing the hosting of the Friday night convoy. Flu had prior engagements that he needed to attend to last Friday. Bushwhackers on vacation this Friday, so I'm stepping in and handling it. Those guys will resume their duties, if you want to think of it that way, in the coming weeks. So what we're doing here is.
Thinking of that while you're dating? Are you thinking of that while you're cultivating?
So what we're doing here is we've harvested the I think this was
One was a
soybeans.
good harvest one year, and then I had to put. Then I harvested it, and then I had to put it in the silo because none had a better place than just one place. Of all our there's corn. It went up once, and then I went to see if I could sell it someplace at a good price. There's only one place. No.
show Twitch what I'm talking about there. It's a place called Wholesale, and I believe it's in production. Yes, it is. That's not it.
That's it? Oh. Okay.
It's under selling points, I believe. Yeah, under selling points. It's called Wholesale. $100,000. It will literally buy anything. So we're just turning this field over, plowing it under after harvesting our soybeans earlier today. And once it gets plowed, we will come back through and fertilize it and put some kind of crop on it. Step deck cargo for all of those. Obviously that's not required. You haul whatever you want to haul. And if you can't make it for any of that, that's fine. I'm just, a little information for anyone out there that wants to drive this Friday night at 6:30 Central Daylight Time. We will leave promptly at 6:30, heading to Las Vegas out of Denver. It'll be standard GPS for all routes, so if you come in late and want to jump out in front of us, we'll be taking the standard GPS for all of them. The in-game weather is mimicking the real-life weather I'm having here in southern Kentucky. It has been raining for the last couple of days, but it is keeping it kind of cool outside. That won't last though. I know when July and August gets here, it's going to be, as it always is, miserable. End of June, middle part of July, it is so muggy and it's just horrible outside. But it's pretty. It is pretty in my state, I will give it that. Let's speed this up just a little bit. The working speed of the plow is like 26, and normally I'll run full speed. If you don't, you'll be here for hours doing most of these fields because they're huge. These fields are just absolutely enormous. I do slow down on the turns though. We are skipping steps this time. Normally I would have fertilized this first and then mulched it, and then came back through and cultivated it to get a 100% yield bonus on the field. I am skipping those steps. I'm going straight to plowing. If you do have questions about getting 100% yield on your fields, feel free to DM me, put in Twitch chat, and I'll explain the process again, or watch a VOD. It's on Twitch. GPS makes this so much easier. The game really promotes multitasking, setting your tractor up in a nice straight arrow and just letting it do its work while you alt tab and do something else on the other monitor. If you were here earlier for the early morning stream, I have tentatively made plans to plant olive trees and a vineyard across the river. That will be forthcoming in a stream probably later this week, tomorrow maybe. We'll see. That's going to require a lot of work. Trees need to be removed first. The ground needs to be prepped. But we'll be doing that across the river in an unprocessed land, I guess you would call it now. And it's got trees on it. Those need to be removed. Haven't decided on how I'm going to do that. We have a mod installed on the server called Lumberjack, which will allow me to remove the trees just with a chainsaw. It'll completely remove them. I could just normally cut them down, chop them into wood chips, and move them out the old-fashioned way. That will require a lot more work, a lot more time, but we may end up doing some of them that way. I won't do them all that way, because there are a lot of trees on the other side of the river, and I want enough space to put a nice vineyard and, like I said, a nice grove of olive trees down. I've not used either or planted either one of those crops before, so I'm actually looking forward to harvesting and using the special equipment required to do so with those two types of crops. I believe MDT has a vineyard on his property, and maybe olive trees too, I can't remember. They were 2 new crop types added with Farm Sim 22. They do require special machinery to harvest and take care of, so looking forward to that. I have set a worker to finish that. He'll finish plowing the field for me while we get busy doing something else. Let's check on the cows. I don't think the cows need food. I fed them this morning. Oh yeah, they have plenty of food still. There's a couple ways to check. You can check from the main menu here. Oh yeah, they still have lots of food. Sheep still have lots of food. That's awesome. Our production facilities here. Our biogas plant is missing materials, which is normal. I don't keep it filled all the time. Our grain mill is producing oat flour and sorghum flour. That's from the crops harvested earlier today. Our greenhouse is getting low on water. We'll need to refill that before the end of the stream, or before I log off for the night for sure. The multi-production factory. I don't need either of these things. I have plenty of solid fertilizer and seeds stored in the silo already. And then the grass and chaff making silage. Got a nice store of that, 94,000 liters. And we are full of total mixed ration, so I need to unload that. I do need to empty that and put straw and silage back into that, so let's get that done right now. We'll grab our truck and trailer over here. This is a nice trailer. This is a mod. Holds 250,000 liters of product. Which will just about empty the silo. If you're unfamiliar, this is total mixed ration, which is fed to the cows. Total mixed ration gives them 100% productivity. Better than hay or grass, or just straight silage. We'll fill the trailer, put it in a silo for later use, and then I'll come back and put straw and silage back into the silo so it'll produce TMR. I like having both these silos working as much as possible, so I keep them stocked with the ingredients for those recipes as much as I can. That's going to put us well over 1 million liters of TMR. And we have several million liters of chaff, hay, silage, and grass and straw already in the silo. I'll go back and completely empty this TMR silo out, and then start fresh with the new ingredients, new product run. So for TMR we need grass, straw, and silage. Now the grass I already added from earlier when we cut the grass fields. That has already been added, so it's filled. Just need to add straw and silage to the mix. I'll swap places with this trailer here. This is my silage bunker and my conveyor belt set up to load wagons or trailers. Move that tractor out of the way and pull the Mack up underneath the conveyor belt. We do need to turn them on. Had to restart the server earlier once we added the mods. And you can see there it's filling. That's going to be a while. 250,000 liters. That will be a little while before that's filled. So we can leave that running while we go take care of other business. So that's the silage and grass in the TMR mix. We just need straw. We'll go grab that now out of the silo. And you can see now that we have all the materials here, and it'll begin producing TMR. So as I said earlier, we did add a couple of mods to the game. One of them was a forge wagon that I am overlooking. Here we go. I can't pronounce that, but you'll see. So what this does is it adds rakes to the forge wagon, increasing the working width about the material it can pull in. Oh, Frosty, welcome to the stream. It's always raining. It seems like it's always raining. MDT should be here. He's missing this. That doesn't look like yellow, that looks like gold to me. Lots of color options here though, I like this. What do you think, blue? Blue and chrome? We'll keep the black rims. Maybe go with a different shade of black here. Chrome black, there we go. How are you doing, Frosty? We'll go ahead and buy this. And we also added a baler. Actually, we added more than one baler. We added four balers here. With the same general concept in mind, pulling the rakes pull from wider angles to feed the baler. So black edition, I like that. I am a black and blue fan. Here we're changing the working speed at which the tool work. We'll buy one of those too. Normally I do rolls of hay instead of square baled. And I believe all those are the same. They are all the same. Making the same size bales. It's just here. It's just what you prefer in colors, brand names, that sort of thing. New Holland Case Crone class. So we need to go pick these up. These are at the shop, which is way south of us here. I'm going to need to take a tractor with me. And if I want to take a tractor with me, let's do the one that goes very, very quickly, which would be my JCB. Here we go. Tractor has a top speed of 45 miles per hour, which is absurdly fast for a tractor. We'll need to make a couple of trips down there and back, so normally what I do is I would load the equipment on a flatbed and bring it back up here, but I can't do that with these particular instruments because they need a tractor to connect to. The worker has stopped. Okay, it's a good thing we came this way, I suppose. We will set him to working on the next field here. while we go and retrieve our tools. Like I said, the shop is far south of us here. We have a bit of a distance to drive. So, we have crop destruction turned off before everyone starts going, oh my god, he's driving through somebody's field. It's not hurting anything, I promise. It's coming right back up, see? So, like I said, we run simulator-ish here. Some of it's sim, some of it's arcade. You know, we don't do straight sim. We try to have more fun than simulator, and I'm not saying that simulation isn't fun, because we all play ATS, ETS too, but we're not hardcore, I guess you would say. The map is extremely large. I've mentioned that before, which kind of puts us at a disadvantage when we want to buy equipment, because the shop is located in the, what is this, well, it's kind of towards the middle, but all the way south. You'll see it on the map here when I get it enlarged. It's right next to Field 5 there. So for me personally, guys like TC, MDT, it's a bit of a trip down here to pick up the equipment that they buy. Now actually that second piece of equipment there would actually fit on a flatbed. Are you gonna come play Farming Sim, Frosty? My. If you sub to the, was it the Microsoft Game Pass or whatever it's called? Xbox Game Pass, Xbox, whatever it is, you can get it through that. I don't sub to that, so I don't know the details. I do know Commando 1998, that's how he acquired the game, a season pass or whatever it's called, through Xbox Live or whatever one of those calls it. I've had one, and this is kind of it's I had one newer generation console. It was an Xbox, the 360. So even then, or even now, that's several years old, I know. I like consoles. I don't like them as well as PC gaming. So when I grew tired of the 360, I traded it for my old PC, and I think it was $100 on my side. I gave him my Xbox $100. He gave me the PC. Like I said, I do like consoles. I had a PS2, I had a PS2 and a something. But the Xbox was the last current, and when I say current, I mean current in generation console that I had. I don't know if I have room for this thing or not. Let's go look over at this other shed. So after I traded the 360 away, I've not picked anything up. Some of the games look amazing. I mean, anymore they look just fantastic. It just blows me away how well they look now compared to back in my day was the Atari and the regular Nintendo and Game Boy and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the last console that I had was a 360, and as most of you know, that's been several years since that was relevant, and now it's Xbox One or something. I still have my Game Boy as well. I still have my original Game Boy in the closet. Um, I had 2 games for it. That's it, because I could never. Tetris, I believe, came with the Game Boy when I purchased it, and I purchased one more. Um, I couldn't put down Tetris. Tetris was the game that I loved for Game Boy, and I would play it for hours on end. It was just. So I never felt the need to own any other game other than that one. Of course, I did pick up another one, and I done forgot the name of it now. It's been years since I played a Game Boy, but it is still in my closet. I still have the charger, I believe, for it. It still works as far as I know. It did the last time that I used it, and that's been probably 10 years ago. I had a PS2 for a while, and that was probably my favorite console because it had a game, and it's still they're still releasing it as far as I know, called MLB The Show. I absolutely loved that on PS2. Probably my favorite game. I really enjoyed sports games and driving games on the consoles. Wasn't much of a first-person shooter player on a console. I'd always played FPSs on PC, so mouse and keyboard, and I was decent at that. Um, on the PC, on using a controller, it was all very weird to me using the control sticks and all the other buttons to aim and shoot. It was just it felt really weird to me, and I never really got into the shooting games on a console. Sports games though, sports and driving games, oh yeah, I love those on console. Welcome back, Lady Bear, from your lurk. I'm sure you're just taking a minor little break from studying or working, but I do welcome you back into the chat. So yeah, that's mainly what I stuck with on consoles. The Hurt baseball game. Yeah, I love sports games on the console. It felt natural to play Madden, um, MLB, hockey, uh, NBA, NCAA games on the console. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. those games felt natural on a console. They felt like they were kind of, molded to the whole console ideal. Uh, First person shooters never clicked with me like that on the console. Um, I was always a preferred FPS on PC, and those were, I started off with Rainbow Six and those kind of games. I absolutely love Rainbow Six, Eagle Watch, Rogue Spear, Urban Ops, Ghost Recon, the first one. Lots and lots and lots of hours in all of those games. So we went and got these two new implements here, the mods that we added earlier to the server. To find a spot for this one now. This one will just jump out of the tractor and pull out my old chainsaw. Well, as I was saying earlier, normally I do round bales of hay, um, but the mod did not have round bales. It just has the square baler. So we'll do square bales in a little while. I think what I'll do is I'll jump in the big tractor over here, start planting some fields with some crops, and speed up time. Because I am very interested in using those now that we have them. How are we doing on the trailer here? I think the silage has moved further back in the bunker than the conveyor will pick up. So move this forward a little. Then we need to move this one up as well. Now we'll need to reposition the trailer underneath that. So, hello, Snapshot. Welcome to the stream. We got that going. About halfway filled with that. Go over to our silo and refill our fertilizer tank and our seed tank before we start planting. So I done that the first time through. I think I deserve a cookie. The other night I tried that and I screwed it up so badly that I'm absolutely shocked that I didn't tear down the silo trying to reposition that cedar. But that was all nice and smooth. Got it refilled. We'll change what we're going to plant here. Let's do wheat here. Get that folded out. Now this cedar has a little quirk to it where you have to unhook it, let it drop, and then hook it back up. We'll line up best we can. And that's not even close. There we go. And away we go. We're putting wheat back into this field here, again, because I want straw later. And that's one of the byproducts of wheat and oats. And I believe there's another crop I believe gives straw as well. LadyBear still lurking. We'll do a turn here. I forgot to adjust the width apparently because I am missing, as you see here, a strip. We'll come back and catch that in a moment then. You see I'm missing about a foot wide strip there of ground. So we'll just turn down that row and do that again. We don't need to be exact with it. I mean, it's a foot wide strip and the planter is like 48 feet wide, so I think we'll catch it. Right, pick it up and move over to the next row here. I'll do this one manually. And by manually, I mean I won't activate the GPS to do this little strip. So we're putting wheat here. Probably put corn. No, I won't either. I won't put corn in that one. Actually, I think I'll just leave that field undone for now. Move over to the field in front of us, this large field. Let's put something in here. Need to turn the seeder off and then change what we're going to plant. Let's do barley, yeah. So you can see the GPS there is off by a little bit. That's because the tractor isn't exactly lined up. But I will manually move the GPS to this point right here, like this. Back it up and try to line it back up. There we go. So this is one of the larger fields that I have. All of these fields were actually one large field, or a couple of large fields on this side of the road, and I landscaped the road into it. The gravel you see to the left, splitting them up, making different fields out of them. So this is the largest field that remains. This one and the two up there to the right are still quite large. And I rarely plant anything in these fields because it does require a lot of work, a lot of maintenance when you're harvesting. But for the sake of using these new mods that we have added, it's going to be easier about collecting the straw. So, which was one of the reasons why I was kind of hesitating about putting any kind of straw-based crop into these fields, because it was so tedious about collecting. Do a right turn. We'll put barley in this one, probably oats in one of these here. Everybody likes oats, right? Some oats, banana, little agave. It's a great breakfast. Fresh oats right off the LadyBear Farm. That's for breakfast, and for supper we have Angus beef cattle. So hamburgers, steaks. Steaks would be my choice. Steak will always be my choice. What is HRU? HRU is how are you? We have taught Snapshot something today. That makes the whole stream worth it right there. We taught Snapshot some shorthand, an acronym, HRU, how are you? I'm surprised you've never encountered that snapshot with as many youngins you've got running around your house.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. No, for some reason I get a lot of HMU hit me up.
I get a lot of sorry, I get a lot of WTFs.
Yes. Yeah, I barely squeezed out today, so uh, I turned in a 2,400 mile run right at like 3 minutes till.
Hey, lady, congrats, halfway through training. Does that mean you're halfway closer to driving again? That's what that means, right? I know the bears miss you being on the road. I know you miss being on the road. Yes, that's what that means. I thought so. This is why I do mostly farm sim during the streams. If I drive, I'll make you jealous. So, I don't want to, you know, uh, hurt you or make you feel jealous or whatever. So I'll farm most of the time. If I'm driving, that'll just tempt you to quit training or slack off for a day or not or whatever. Hello, Flu. Welcome to the stream. Yes, just like real life, it's raining. So I said earlier, it's been raining here in Kentucky for the last couple of days, so, might as well be raining in the game, too. That reminds me, I need to set up a shout-out command for Flu and Snapshot and the other streamers we have in the channel. Flu and Snapshot both stream ATS, ETS2. Snapshot is actually streaming him learning Python, I believe, nowadays as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to give those guys a follow. Well, feel free to send it down this way because I would appreciate it. You can keep the heat up there. Feel free to keep the heat up north, but send me the sunshine and the cool weather. Okay, this field's almost done with wheat. Sorry, barley. Playing barley in this field. I am going to go refill the seeder before I work on the next field. We'll do it the easy way, the quick way. I will buy the seeds this time. Ma and Pa. So if you saw that notification, the AI worker has completed their task. We'll jump down there and retrieve that tractor. So what we'll do here is we'll set a worker. Work on this field while we do that. Alright, so we've got oats planting there. We've got barley planting here, or growing here. This needs to be fertilized too, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's run down here and get this tractor. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plow that field there too. Bushwhacker, welcome to the stream. Aloha from Hawaii. Bushwhacker, I must tell you that I'm extremely jealous that you are in Hawaii and I'm not. I have been loving the pictures you've been posting in the Discord though. Yeah, yes, absolutely. If you don't know what I'm talking about, exclamation point Discord, the Bears Den community of gamers 1800 plus. We have a media channel where we post a little bit of everything, pictures from random things. Bushwhacker lately has been posting his vacation pictures in Hawaii, and we are living vicariously through him at the moment. At least I am.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We also have a Is that where we post our food channel as well? Post our food, yeah, I think we post food and media as well. So if you want to be jealous of being someplace else and hungry, feel free to join the Bears Den Discord, and we will make sure that happens for you. Hello, Blue Jay. Welcome to the stream. An air fryer. Ooh. So can we expect some food pics from Blue Jays in the near future? Because that's what I'm reading when I read that. Yeah, I forget to take pictures. Listen to this. The road to Hannah is the toughest road you might ever travel. Is that the one you were talking about, Blue Jay? Sorry, Bushwhacker. That was took you like 3 hours to do 30 miles or something. Blue Jay teases us with the information that he got an air fryer as a gift, and then forgets, and I'm using quotes when I say that, air quotes, forgets to post pictures of his food that he cooks in said air fryer. I'm interested in traveling on this road that Bushwhacker has mentioned here in chat and posted pictures of him in the Discord. The road to Hannah. He said it's tougher than the road of going up Bellingham Mountain, which, if anyone's ever driven that in ATS, knows that it's an ordeal with just about any kind of load in ATS. So what we're doing now is plowing under the what remains of the sorghum we harvested earlier today, and plowing under the stalks now. 52 miles, 617 curves, wow. 56 bridges, mostly one lane. 3+ hours to drive in a car. That sounds like a challenge. 617 curves, wow. Three hours to do 52 miles. That's that is intense. It really is. There's a road in Tennessee called Tail of the Dragon, and it sounds very similar to that. It curves for miles and miles and miles and miles. And I forget the highway number now. I've been down it once or twice, and it's extremely curving. Okay, Bushwhacker, thank you for dropping in. I do appreciate it. Aloha. Have fun. Be safe. More pictures, please. I'm not sure that anyone could go to Hawaii, visit Hawaii, and not want to stay. I think it's finally going to stop raining. It's going to stay overcast, but it's going to stop raining. That's good. Just a little over halfway done with this field. We'll get it plowed under here, and then we'll move on to the other fields. They need to be fertilized. They're being planted right now by an AI worker, but they need to be fertilized. So we'll grab the Nourish Better, the slurry tank. Maybe might do the Rubicon today. It covers a much wider area. I said it was going to stop raining, but I don't know if it is or not. If you are interested in playing with the mods that we currently use on LadyBear Farms, you can do !farm, and that will generate the link to the mod list that we currently use. We did have a couple mods added today, but those are still included in that list. Do our next turn here. Looks like a couple more runs and we'll have this field done. I think our AI worker has completed their task as well. I said that, but no, I still see the income going down. So. And I can't see the tractor from here. Make our next turn. Increase our speed. Vehicle control add-on. That's our GPS mod that we're currently using on the server. Makes these turns and the work very, very smooth here. So what I've been doing lately is fields that I've planted stuff on and then harvested and then cultivated, I will leave bare for a season. I'll leave bare for a season and then come back the season after and plant something on them. Some kind of crop like oilseed radish or sorghum, something like that, something that I can mulch off, kind of add fertilizer back to the ground. And that's just something that I do for my own personal gameplay. It's nothing that you need to do. So for example, these last 3 fields on this side of the road, I will leave bare this season, and they've been cultivated. I'll come back sometime later in the year and fertilize them, and then probably cultivate them so they're smooth, so that next year, or the year after, pardon me, the year after next, they'll be ready to accept some kind of crop. So I'll alternate the fields, is what I'm saying with the crops that I plant. So that's got that field plowed. We'll fill the implement, get ready to store it. Either the tractor or the plow itself needs to be repaired, so we'll do that before putting it back into the shed. It was mainly the plow. The plow was needing repaired. So if we can find a spot for this. Finally it stopped raining, yay. Now we'll jump in the Rubicon here. We have several options when it comes to fertilizing. We have manure, we have slurry, we have a solid fertilizer spreader, and we have the Rubicon here. And the reason I'm using this particular fertilizer spreader at this time is the working width is unmatched among the tools that I have. And you'll see what I mean when I unfold it here in just a second. The manure spreader and the slurry tanker, while offer a excellent coverage, they do not compare to this thing. So let's line that up a little better. .48.5 meters complete. That's from one end to the other. So for large fields such as this, it is the go-to for myself personally. Now for the smaller fields like the ones on my left, or my grass fields, I'll use the slurry tanker, or I'll use the manure spreader, or the solid fertilizer spreader. One of those things. Their coverage is a lot smaller compared to this, so that isn't fertilizer. That's a problem. What is that? I think that's herbicide. Yeah, I thought I had fertilizer in this. This is herbicide. This is going to kill weeds. So what I do is I'll run some of this out and then unload it and put fertilizer back into it. There we go. We just unloaded it there. Now we can drop back down to our silo down here and purchase some fertilizer to put in here. Now we're cooking with Crisco. And as I said, a field this large, we want something to cover the most area, and this definitely will do that. The smaller fields, I will use the other forms of fertilizer that I have available to me. I believe the AI worker is still working. So we'll fertilize these fields here. Get that done. We've planted now, what, 3 fields? 2, yeah, 3 fields. We'll fertilize them, and then see what else needs to be done. There's always something to do on the farm. An opportunity to stay busy every moment here through various means, either crops or animals. We have a great set of helpers helping out on the farm. Pink and John and others who they'll come in, and I tell them every single time, you do as much as you want to, do as little as you want to. It's your game playing. It's if you want to come in and just work until you get ready to quit, then that's what you do. If you just want to come in and run around and look at stuff, feel free to do that too. It's your pastime, it's your relaxation time. You do as much or as little as you want. We'll fertilize this field and that one there. And I do need to increase the time scale back to 5 before I log off. I have kept it on 1 for the day, as long as I've been on the farm, to maximize the daylight that I'm working in. I did not want the month to change on me just yet. I am hoping that this will fertilize the entire field. Yeah, we should be good. A couple more passes, that'll be done. We'll set the worker to plant the next field in oats as well. Looks like he had started that field and stopped, so we'll reset him and get him working again. So that the next time we log on, all we have to do is either fertilize the field or maybe even harvest. I am extremely interested to try out those mods that were posted in the bear stand by MDT earlier today. I'll possibly see those in action next time. While I am finishing up the fertilizing here, we'll go ahead and increase the time scale back up to 5. And reset this worker. I'm going to overtake the worker apparently. Little wiggle there. Completely fertilized. We're at 50% fertilized here. And this one should be 50 as well. Nope, this is 100, okay. Nope, 50. Take just a moment for the field info, which is also a mod, by the way. Very handy. This one, the field info mod, was recommended by John. Comes in handy about knowing what stage of growth your field is in. Currently it's at 1 of 6 because it was just planted. 6 being the final stage, and then it's ready to harvest, which in game would be months. So 5 months from now we'll be able to harvest this field. Growth, it tells you the type of crop, who it's owned by, how much fertilizer it has on it. It says required tires. We don't do that on this particular server. If we did, you would need to have a tractor that would not destroy your crops. If you were using wide tires, you would have to use narrow field tires, crop tires. But again, we don't use those on LadyBear Farms. Crop destruction, that is. Very handy mod. Okay, so we got the time up to 5x. We've got our fields planted, or the ones we're going to plant anyway. And we have a worker finishing up sowing some more seeds. So what I'm going to do now is refill the Rubicon with fertilizer and park it back into the shed. Check the cows one last time, and then I think I'm going to log off of the farm and go play a few rounds of tanks. So if y'all just bear with me, I will show you some average, and I do mean average, World of Tanks gameplay. I think our cows are alright though. We have 20 calves currently. Let's shut that off. There we go. So if you were here yesterday, day before, I believe this day before, I saw the majority of the cows were down to 20. They're 3 months old, so they're not eating as much. Obviously they won't. They are young, so they still have plenty of food. Let's see, 58,000 of 60,000 liters, so yeah, they're fine. So that's going to do it for the farm sim portion of the stream. Like I said, I am going to switch games. We're going to play World of Tanks for a little while. So go with me here while we switch. Give it just a moment to load up here. change your title. I meant to add some commands there. 1 second. Here we go. So this is a little more interactive than the farm. You can do exclamation point tank, exclamation point tier to select the tank and tier of gameplay that I will do. If the audience does not pick something, then I will choose something of my own. This will be average gameplay at best. Just warning you right now. Let's remove the logo so you can get the full screen effect here. I do play aggressively, and that leads to me usually dying. Not quickly, sometimes quickly, but not always quickly. But I do enjoy brawling, so we'll start off in our tier 10 Russian tank destroyer, the 268 V4. This is the Omaha map based on the Normandy invasion zone, June 6, 1944. Normally going to the beach is a bad idea, but like I said, I do play aggressively. And this time I do have backup, so we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into down here. That didn't go so well. I will try to back off the aggressiveness this time. Like I said, average gameplay at best. Play something a little lower in tier. KV2, tier 6 Russian heavy tank. I'm not being mean, I'm not just aggressive. I just want to say hello, that's all. I'm trying to give bear hugs. I'm trying to give bear hugs in my tank. It's not my problem if they don't like it. I'm just trying to be friendly, that's all. I mean, who would not like a huge tank face hugging them? You know, it's it is a dirt tank. Um, I have been doing something even more, not really mean, but unconventional lately. I've switched from firing HE, high explosive, to armor piercing rounds in KV2. Jerkish, yes, that's perfect. That's the perfect word. I have been firing gold rounds out of my KV2 for the last 5 or 6 days. Yeah, I know. It has created lots of lulls for me. Um, I did manage to get the second MOE for it, doing so. MOE is the mark of excellence, which is the stars on the barrel there. Yeah, I know. It's. I'm actually surprised I have not been messaged after some of these rounds with some messages, we shall say. See, like that. I mean, was that really jerkish? I mean, I just hit him for 713. I mean, I send him back to the garage. He can go start another game. I mean, was that me being a jerk? Probably. But was it fun? Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh, Sigma. Oh, that one bounced. That was horrible. So I'll sit up on the corner here. I don't think he's gonna come back. Wow. See, now I got jerked there. That that was completely my fault. I lost situational awareness. I got flanked by an OI. So that was funny. That was actually really funny. Um, wasn't paying attention to my right. Got flanked and got derped by a derp. Oh no, there's still gold rounds. Oh yeah, still gold rounds.
Derpity derp derp.
Derpity derp.
Gold rounds. I'm looking at my tank and it says regular armor piercing and then what is it? High explosive.
We'll get Frosty 9 in here, platoon. See, this makes it easy on me because Frosty will pick the tanks from now on. Good morning, MDT. I just got off the farm. Tier 7, okay, we can do that. Added those mods, MDT. I just added one of the forge wagons and not the other. I did buy the one that I added. I haven't got to use it yet, so I don't have anything to harvest with it yet. So you going to bed, LadyBear? Good night, lady. Thank you for hanging out in the chat for a while. Appreciate it. Have a good day at work tomorrow.
Good night, my lady.
No, I put lady to sleep. It's the voice. It's the voice. So MDT, back to what I was saying. I don't have any crops to test it on. I have harvested everything that I had planted, so I'll have to wait about 4 or 5 months or 5 or 6 day-night cycles before I can test it out. So I have an AI worker right now planting oats on my fields. So bear hugs, LadyBear. That didn't pin. That did. So what I did here is I backed up behind the bush so that I can't see through it. And what that will do is it will hide the flash of my gun so I can't be spotted when I shoot. Now if I moved up here like this and then fired, when I fired, they would see me. So I'll move back so I can't see through the bush. And now this doesn't work every time either, so. And my enemy, my team has to keep the tank spotted for this to actually work. Oh, nice, MDT, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I didn't have anything to test it out on. Looks like the forest is having a grand old time. Move back up. Oh, nice. Oh, got spotted. See, there was a light tank sitting there on the ridge. He spotted me through the bush when I fired. But that's what light tanks do. That's their job. So that position is now not not something I want to hang around in. Shoot and scoot. Shoot and scoot. See if we get around on him. I'll have to run because those guys are bigger than I am. And they have a lot more armor than I do. Back up and sit up here. Time to move. Somehow I'm missing him.
Should have stayed over there with you. Probably seeing more action than I am. By the time I get to try to get a shot off, they kill the tanks.
Oh, that was balanced.
I did absolutely nothing this match
Really?
other than miss.
I didn't figure around that time. LadyBear bot says MDT wins free carrots. Nice. Oh, thank you for the moderation there, LadyBear. Are you in a clan, Frosty?
I believe I am in this game. I have no idea. How do I check that? I forgot.
Normally it appears at the end of your name. If not, down at the bottom you'll have a chat window with your clan. I don't see a clan at the end of your name.
Then no.
Well, then you should be in Bears.
No, then I don't.
Keep them carrots. I want to strike. Alright, pick a tank.
Well, send me an invite to the clan and I'll join you.
And that's it. I think the bot is trying to bribe you, MDT. Thank you, bot. This bot's pretty helpful. I love that it's sentient now.
All right. What year? You said you like nines, right?
AE Phase 1. I'm actually working on this tank, so we'll play it. Oh, congrats, MDT, you win the carrot juice. That's awesome.
I should be working on my tiger too.
Congrats,
Especially
MDT.
since it's what do they call it when they focus on the line for the month? On track. Yeah, there we go. They also have the on track with American Experimental Light line.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Ryan. Haishi? I'll just call you Ryan. Because that's the name I know you by. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I do know you. I've known you for a long time. Ryan and I used to play STO together. We've played a lot of games together actually. Minecraft, tanks. We played a lot of tanks together. And I just got shot. It's actually worried there for a moment. I thought that said a 60 TP. Oh yeah, I love the E15. Yeah, we'll be done with this in a moment. I think we're going to do a 8 next though. But you're welcome to join. More the merrier. Good night, lady. For reals this time.
Like that.
I think they're being aggressive, Frosty. Like, really aggressive.
And somehow I missed again. Okay, whatever. Now I'm getting already. Yay.
I got you, Ron. No problem. That was a little rough. Oh, they're just attacking everywhere and overrunning us everywhere. Yeah, feel free to join in the Bear's Den. I do believe the Twitch channel is a public channel, so you're gonna go with a Tiger 2.
Yeah, I'll work on that one so I can get my next one.
We'll do the Luva Tier 8 German Heavy Premium Tank.
I almost bought that one once.
I think it was buffed probably about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Ryan might know. It's actually a decent tank.
But yeah, I heard it's a great tier 8, but against anything higher, it's just not the greatest.
Yeah, it loses some of its oomph if it has to fight 9s and 10s. Actually, I forgot about the 75 TS. I should have jumped in that because that's an even better tank than this is. I agree. I love the looks of the Tiger 2. You really should paint your Tiger 2 though.
You're kind of low. Maybe it's just me.
It's got spotted.
Already got spotted.
I took that and I shouldn't have. Oh, okay.
I'm coming him.
that wasn't my best game in the Luva. Sounds good, Ryan. Roxy's dead. Somebody pick a tank, because I don't care.
All right. Working on this one too, since this one's on track.
I think a lot of people jump over 7s. Like once they get to 8, they ditch the 7. 7's such a bad tier. It's really grinding. You sometimes are forced to play against 9s, and most
So?
most 7s are woefully underpowered. Be fighting against the tier 9. Tier 6 is awesome. Tier 8's awesome because that's where most of the premium tanks are sold at. I love tier 9. Tier 9's my favorite tier. Tier 7 is like the horrible, you know, ugh.
Aren't tier 7s like kind of like moneymakers, kind of?
You can make money at 7. Um,
Tier 7s and 9s, right?
you can make money at 9 too if you play well enough. 8's probably the best moneymaker only because that's where the premiums are. Most of the premiums are. But 7s are just, like if they're top tier, if they're fighting 6s and 7s, and they're okay. But every now and then they'll get thrown in with 9s, and I can't. It's hard for me to pin anything at 9 in this thing. That
Like
ice,
right now. I don't.
got 8s now, so it's a little better. But imagine trying to fight E75 and a Super Hellcat, or even an IS2
A
for
little
that
more
matter.
manageable.
We'll try to spot something coming up the road here. Got a Tiger 1 and a P43 coming this way. good old artillery. It's always fun. I want to get out of there completely. Looks like we won the middle. See if I can move in here and help out. Just got spotted. Oh, that's what I got spotted. Little lot tank hiding there in the bushes. See if I can work my way towards the center of the map here. Scorpion G's unspotted. Let's go check out our teammates. Looks like Ron's having a good game here. 2 kills. Froxy's got a kill. Only Kubla doesn't have a kill. Let's see what Froxy's up to. You missed it.
Yep. Nope. I missed it completely. Flew over him, like way over him. I'm like, really? Like my circle is not even there.
So he can only stick around for 1 game. It's fine.
Back to 8s.
Whatever you want to pick's fine.
Is it coming back? I hope it's not piggyback. Oh, nice. Okay, just making sure. Is it sled and dogs? Oh boy. Hillside, I guess. I don't know. I'm not top. I'm not a top heavy, so
Gas prices keep going up. I'm gonna trade my car in for a horse and buggy.
Ooh. Motorcycle, motorcycle, motorcycle.
I gotta get one of them to pass the test first.
Oh boy.
So Twitch, I always end up on this map. Well, not always, but a lot of times I end up on this map in a heavy. And going up to the hill is not my most favorite thing to do, but
I have one of my best matches on this map with a light. Yeah, true. Artie will put a one up yours almost anywhere you go. True. I'll see you in a week.
yeah, try doing it in a mouse. Looks like they all stayed on the backside of the mountain.
We got first kill.
So we forced them back down. Already it's eating me alive here. So I lost a lot of hit points there to the Artie. He smacked me twice for about 450 so far. I'm gonna reposition. Yeah, T95 is gonna be rough to hit from here. I'm having trouble pinning him from this distance, so what I'm doing is I'm just shooting him in the tracks, or trying to keep him from moving.
Well, I tracked him a few times already, but I can't pin him for crap.
Right?
And Sardi's not helping
Yeah,
either.
he's got a lot of armor.
I've done no damage. Wow.
I've done just over 1,000, so I'm not exactly burning it up either.
I'm more scouting than anything. I have 1,000 in scouting.
That's a heavy thing. Just got spotted. It was a good game. I had over 1,200 assistance damage myself that time.
Nice. Medium. That's the next one on that line. I have the one previous to that one, and that's the next one. Not for me, anyways, in that line. We go left, right? Heavies go left. I think. Trying to remember. Oh, okay. Trying to remember this map. Oh, I think I just remembered it. I'm not a big fan of this one.
No, Artie's back there somewhere. I saw the round come out of there. Really?
Cap it or get off.
Get off. That's a pretty decent game.
Oof. Well, I mean, heavies can only go kind of mid, upper mid, and I'll be finding other heavy tanks, and there's nines in here.
So we'll move to the southern part of the map here. Ooh, email 2. I'm not in a very good spot here. I'm basically by myself. But as long as the other flank doesn't fold.
No.
What's that? Sorry.
Oh boy.
I'll be back in a few.
Kalito?
Roger that, no problem. Oh, the email has disappeared. I'm gonna blow closer to the allies here and see if I can lend some hands.
Don't know what happened to my connection, but I'm back. Trying to connect to your stream, but it's not working.
Welcome back. Wow.
Whenever I start my game or my computer.
Well, and on that note, folks, I think I will end the stream there. Hanging out with me. Thanks for the chat and the follows. I will probably see you all tomorrow morning. Do some more farming. Everyone have a good night and take care. I'll see you later.